Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for a new type of video. I am going to be reading some excerpts from the story of Robin Hood. And we are going to start off with Robin Hood and Little John by Thomas Bewick. When Robin Hood was about 20 years old, with a hey down, down, and a down, he happened to meet Little John, a jolly brisk blade, right fit for the trade, for he was a lusty young man. Though he was called little, his limbs they were large, and his stature was 7 foot high. Wherever he came, they quaked at his name, for soon he would make them to fly. How they came acquainted, I'll tell you in brief, if you will but listen a while. For this very jest, amongst all the rest, I think it may cause you to smile. Bold Robin Hood said to his jolly bowmen, "Pray tarry you here in this grove, and see that you all observe well my call, while through the forest I rove. We have had no sport for these 14 long days, therefore now abroad will I go. Now should I be beat, and cannot retreat, my horn I will presently blow." Then did he shake his hands with his merry men all, and bid them at present good bye. Then, as near a brook his journey he took, a stranger he chanced to espy. They happened to meet on a long narrow bridge, and neither of them would give way. Quoth bold Robin Hood, and sturdily stood, "I'll show you right Nottingham play." With that from his quiver an arrow he drew, a broad arrow with a goose wing. The stranger replied, "I'll liquor thy hide if thou offerst to touch the string." Quoth bold Robin Hood, "Thou dost prate like an ass, for were I to bend but my bow, I could send a dart quite through thy proud heart, before thou couldst strike me one blow." "Thou talkest like a coward," the stranger replied. "Well armed with a long bow you stand, to shoot at my breast, while I protest, have naught but a staff in my hand." "The name of the coward," quoth Robin, "I scorn, wherefore my long bow I'll lay by. And now, for thy sake, a staff will I take, the truth of thy manhood to try." Then Robin Hood stepped to a thicket of trees, and chose him a staff of ground oak. This being done, away he did run to the stranger, and merrily spoke, "Lo, see my staff, it is lusty and tough. Now here on this bridge we will play. Whoever falls in, the other shall win the battle, and so will away." "With all my whole heart," the stranger replied, "I scorn in the least to give out." This said, they fell to it without more dispute, and their staffs they did flourish about. And first Robin he gave the stranger a bang, so hard that it made his bones ring. The stranger he said, "This must be repaid, I'll give you as good as you bring. So long as I'm able to handle my staff, to die in your debt, friend, I scorn." Then to each goes, and followed their blows, as if they had been threshing of corn. The stranger gave Robin a crack on the crown, which caused the blood to appear. Then Robin, enraged, more fiercely engaged, and followed his blows more severe. So thick and so fast he did lay it on him, with a passionate fury and ire. At every stroke he made him to smoke, as if he had been all on fire. Oh, then into fury the stranger he grew, and gave him a damnable look, and with it a blow that had laid him full low, and tumbled him into the brook. I prithee thee, good fellow, oh, where art thou now? The stranger in laughter he cried. Quoth bold Robin Hood, good faith in the flood, and floating along with the tide. I needs must acknowledge thou art a brave soul, with thee I'll no longer contend. For needs must I say, thou hast got the day, our battle shall be at an end. Then unto the bank he did presently wade, and pulled himself out by a thorn, which done at the last, he blowed a loud blast straightway on his fine bugle horn, the echo of which through the valleys did fly, at which his stout bowmen appeared, all clothed in green, most gay to be seen, so up to their master they steered. "Oh, what's the matter?" quoth William Stuteley. "Good master, you are wet to the skin." "No matter," quoth he, "the lad which you see in fighting hath tumbled me in." "He shall not go scot-free," the others replied, so straight they were seizing him there. To duck him likewise, but Robin Hood cries, "He is a stout fellow, forbear! There's no one shall wrong thee. Friend, be not afraid. These bowmen upon me do wait. There's 69, if thou wilt be mine, thou shalt have my livery straight, and other accoutrements fit for a man. Speak up, jolly blade, never fear. I'll teach you also the use of the bow, to shoot at the fat fallow deer." "Oh, here is my hand," the stranger replied. "I'll serve you with all my whole heart. My name is John Little, a man of good mettle. Ne'er doubt me, for I'll play my part." "His name shall be altered," quoth William Stuteley, "and I will his godfather be. Prepare then a feast, and none of the least, for we will be merry," quoth he. They presently fetched in a brace of fat does, with humming strong liquor likewise. They loved what was good, so in the green wood this pretty sweet babe they baptize. He was, I must tell you, but 7 foot high, and, may be, an ell in the waist. A pretty sweet lad, much feasting they had, bold Robin the christening graced, with all his bowmen, which stood in a ring, and were of the Nottingham breed. Brave Stuteley comes then with 7 yeomen, and did in this manner proceed. "This infant was called John Little," quoth he, "which name shall be changed anon. The words will transpose, so wherever he goes, his name shall be called Little John." Then Robin he took the pretty sweet babe, and clothed him from top to the toe, in garments of green, most gay to be seen, and gave him a curious long bow. Thou shalt be an archer as well as the best, and range in the greenwood with us, where we'll not want gold nor civil, behold, while bishops have aught in their purse. We live here like squires or lords of renown, without e'er foot of free land. We feast on good cheer, with wine, ale, and beer, and ivory thing at our command. Then music and dance to finish the day, at length when the sun waxed low. Then all the whole train the grove did refrain, and unto the caves they did go. And so after as long as he lived, although he was proper and tall, yet nevertheless, the truth to express, still Little John they did him call. That would be the end of Robin Hood and Little John. That only took me 10 minutes. I can probably get through another one. How about we start the next story? Robin Hood and Allan a Dale. Come listen to me, you gallants so free, all you that loves mirth for to hear, and I will tell you of a bold outlaw that lived in Nottinghamshire. As Robin Hood in the forest stood, all under the greenwood tree, there he was ware of a brave young man, as fine might be. The youngster was clothed in scarlet red, in scarlet fine and gay, and he did frisk it over the plain, and chanted a roundelay. As Robin Hood next morning stood amongst the leaves so gay, there did he espy the same young man, come drooping along the way. The scarlet he wore the day before, it was clean cast away, and every step he fetch a sigh, Alack, and well a day! Then stepped forth brave Little John, and Nick the miller's son, which made the young man bend his bow, when as he see them come. Stand off, the young man said. What is your will with me? You must come before our master straight, under yon greenwood tree. And when he came bold Robin before, Robin asked him courteously, O hast thou any money to spare, for my merry men and me? I have no money, said the young man, but 5 shillings and a ring, and that I have kept this 7 long years, to have it at my wedding. Yesterday I should have married a maid, but she is now from me ta'en, and chosen to be an old knight's delight, whereby my poor heart is slain. What is thy name? Said Robin Hood. Come tell me, without any fail. By the faith of my body, then said the young man, my name is Allan a Dale. What wilt thou give me, said Robin Hood, in ready gold of fee, to help thee to thy true love again, and deliver her unto thee? I have no money, then quoth the young man, nor ready gold nor fee, but I will swear upon a book thy true servant for to be. How many miles is it to thy true love? Come tell me without any guile. By the faith of my body, then said the young man, it is but 5 little mile. Then Robin he hasted over the plain, he did neither stint nor lin, until he came unto the church where Allen should keep his wedding. "What dost thou do here?" the bishop said. "I prithee now tell to me." "I am a bold harper," quoth Robin Hood, "and the best in the northern country." "O welcome," the bishop he said. "That music best pleaseth me." "You shall have no music," quoth Robin Hood, "till the bride and the bridegroom I see." With that he came in a wealthy knight, which was both grave and old, and after him a finikin lass did shine like glistering gold. "This is no fit match," quoth bold Robin Hood, "that you do seem to make here, for since we are come unto the church, the bride she shall choose her own dear." Then Robin Hood put his horn to his mouth, and blew blasts 2 or 3, when 24 bowmen bold came leaping over the lea. And when they came into the churchyard, marching all on a row, the first man was Allan a Dale, to give bold Robin his bow. "This is thy true love, Robin," he said, "young Allan, as I hear say, and you shall be married at the same time before we depart away." "That shall not be," the bishop he said, "for thy word shall not stand. They shall be 3 times asked in church, as the law is of our land." Robin Hood pulled off the bishop's coat, and put it upon Little John. "By the faith of my body," then Robin said, "this cloak doth make thee a man." When Little John went into the choir, the people began for to laugh. He asked them 7 times in the church. Least 3 times should not be enough. "Who gives me this maid?" then said Little John. Quoth Robin, "That do I, and that he that doth take her from Allan a Dale, full dearly he shall her buy." And thus, having ended this merry wedding, the bride looketh as fresh as a queen, and so they returned to the merry green wood, amongst the leaves so green. All right, that is the end of Robin Hood and Allan a Dale. I still have time to keep going. All right. All right. The next one is Robin Hood and the Curtal Friar. In summer time, when leaves grow green, and flowers are fresh and gay, Robin Hood and his merry men were disposed to play. Then some would leap, and some would run, and some would use artillery. Which of you can a good bow draw, or good archer to be? Which of you can kill a buck, or who can kill a doe? Or who can kill a heart of a geese, 500 foot him fro? Will Scadlock, he killed a buck, and Midge, he killed a doe, and Little John killed a heart of grease, 500 foot him fro. "God's blessing on thy heart," said Robin Hood, "that hath shot such a shot for me. I would ride my horse 100 miles to find one could match with thee." He caused Will Scadlock to laugh. He laughed full heartily. "There lives a Curtal Friar in the Fountains Abbey, will beat both him and thee." The Curtal Friar in Fountains Abbey well can a strong bow draw. He will beat you and your yeomen, set them all on a row. Robin Hood took a solemn oath, it was by Mary Free, that he would neither eat nor drink till the friar he did see. Robin Hood put on his harness good, and on his head a cap of steel, broadsword and buckler by his side, and they became him weal. He took his bow into his hand, it was made of trusty tree. With a sheaf of arrows at his belt, to the Fountain's Dale went he. And coming unto Fountain's Dale, no further would he ride. There was he aware of Curtal Friar, walking by the waterside. The friar had on a harness good, and on his head a cap of steel, a broadsword and buckler by his side, and they became him weal. Robin Hood lighted off his horse, and tied him to a thorn. Carry me over the water, thou Curtal Friar, or else thy life's forlorn. The friar took Robin Hood on his back, deep water he did bestride, and spake neither good word nor bad, till he came at the other side. Lightly leapt Robin Hood off the friar's back. The friar said to him again, Carry me over this water, fine fellow, or it shall breed thy pain. Robin Hood took the friar on's back. Deep water he did bestride, and spake neither good word nor bad, till he came at the other side. Lightly leapt the friar off Robin Hood's back. Robin Hood said to him again, Carry me over this water, thou Curtal Friar, or it shall breed thy pain. The friar took Robin Hood on backs again, and stepped up to the knee, till he came at the middle stream. Neither good nor bad spake he. And coming to the middle stream, there he threw Robin in, and choose thee, fine fellow, whether thou wilt sink or swim. Robin Hood swam to a bush of broom, the friar to a wicker wand. Bold Robin Hood is gone to shore, and took his bow in hand. One of his best arrows under his belt, to the friar he let fly. The Curtal Friar with his steel buckler he put that arrow by. Shoot on, thou fine fellow, shoot on as thou hast begun. If thou shoot me here a summer's day, thy mark I will not shun. Robin Hood shot passing well, till his arrows all were gone. They took their swords and steel bucklers, and fought with the might and main. From 10 o'clock that day till 4 afternoon, then Robin Hood came to his knees, of the friar to beg a boon. A boon, thou Curtal Friar, I beg it on my knee. Give me leave to set my horn to my mouth, and blow blasts 3. That I will do, said the Curtal Friar, of thy blasts I have no doubt. I hope thou'st blast so passing well, till both thy eyes fall out. Robin Hood set his horn to his mouth, he blew but blasts 3. 100 yeomen with bows bent came raking over the lea. Whose men are these, said the friar, that come so hastily? These men are mine, said Robin Hood. Friar, what is that to thee? A boon, said the Curtal Friar, the like I gave to thee. Give me leave to set my fist to my mouth, and to woot woots three. "That will I do," said Robin Hood, "or else I were to blame. 3 woots in a friar's fist would make me glad and fain." The friar he set his fists to mouth, and woot woots 3. 100 good bandogs came running the friar unto. "Here's for every man of thine a dog, and I myself for thee." "Nay, by my faith," quoth Robin Hood, "friar, that may not be." 2 dogs at once to Robin Hood did go, the one behind, the other before. Robin Hood's mantle of Lincoln green off from his back they tore. And whether his men shot east or west, or they shot north or south, the curtal dogs, so they were, they kept their arrows in their mouth. "Take up thy dogs," said Little John, "friar, at my biddings be." "Whose man art thou?" said the curtal friar, "comes here to prate with me?" "I am Little John, Robin Hood's man. Friar, I will not lie. If thou take not up thy dogs soon, I'll take them up and thee." Little John had a bow in his hand. He shot with might and main. Soon half a score of the friar's dogs lay dead upon the plain. Good Lord! I'm sorry. That was that was dark. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I'm composed. "Hold thy hand, good fellow," said the curtal friar. "Thy master and I will agree, and we will have new orders taken with all the haste that may be. If thou wilt forsake fair Fountain's Dale and Fountain's Abbey free, every Sunday throughout the year a noble shall be thy fee. And every holy day throughout the year changed shall thy garment be, if thou wilt go to fair Nottingham, and there remain with me." This curtal friar had kept Fountain's Dale 7 long years or more. There was neither knight, lord, nor earl could make him yield before. That is the end of Robin Hood and the Curtal Friar. I must check if I have time. I might. I might. This is the last story in the Robin Hood stories in this book. Part 4: The Death of Robin Hood. When Robin Hood and Little John down, a down, a down, a down, went o'er yon bank of broom, said Robin Hood bold to Little John, "We have shot for many a pound, but I am not able to shoot 1 shot more. My broad arrows will not flee, but I have a cousin lives down below me. Please God she will bleed me. Now Robin he is to fair Kirkley gone, as fast as he can win. But before he came there, as we do hear, he was taken very ill. And when he came to fair Kirkley Hall, he knocked all at the ring. But none was so ready as his cousin herself, for to let bold Robin in. "Will you please to sit down, cousin Robin," she said, "and drink some beer with me?" No, I will neither eat or drink till I am blooded by thee." "Well, I have a room, Cousin Robin," she said, "which you did never see, and if you please to walk therein, you blooded by me shall be." She took him by the lily white hand, and led him to a private room, and there she blooded bold Robin Hood, while one drop of blood would run down. She blooded him in a vein of the arm, and locked him up in the room. Then did he bleed all the livelong day, until next day at noon. He then bethought him of a casement there, thinking for to get down, but was so weak he could not leap, he could not get him down. He then bethought him of his bugle horn, which hung low down to his knee. He set his horn unto his mouth, and he blew out a weak blasts three. Then Little John, when hearing him, as he sat under a tree, "I fear my master's now near dead, he blows so wearily." Then Little John to fair Kirkley is gone, as fast as he can decree. But when he came to Kirkley Hall, he broke locks two or three, until he came bold Robin to see. Then he fell on his knee. A boon," cries Little John, "master, I beg of thee." "What is that boon?" said Robin Hood. "Little John, thou beg of me. It is to burn fair Kirkley Hall, and all their nunnery." "Now nay," quoth Robin Hood, "that boon I'll not grant thee. I'll never hurt a woman in all my life, nor men in woman's company. I'll never hurt fair maid in all my time, nor at mine end shall it be. But give me my bent bow in my hand, and broad arrow I'll let flee. And where his arrows taken up, there shall my grave digged be. Lay me a green sod under my head, and another at my feet, and lay my bent bow by my side, which was my sweet music. And make my grave of gravel and green, which is most right and meet. Let me have length and breadth enough, with a green sod under my head, that they may say when I am dead, here lies bold Robin Hood. These words they readily granted him, which did bold Robin please, and there they buried bold Robin Hood within the fair Kirkleys. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed. I found it very calming, and I hope you found it very calming as well. I have to go. It has been very nice. If you liked the video, please drop a like. I really appreciate it, and it does help. If you want to see more content, I also do gaming. If this is the only time you've seen my channel and it's the first video you're seeing of me and I'm reading, not what I primarily do. I'm going to be honest with you. This is something I'm trying, and I kind of like it. So I might be doing more of these. But yeah, hope all of you have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see you later. Bye.